Late November, a dance studio in the basement of an office tower in central Beijing. Zhan Li and her troupe, the Beijing 9 Contemporary Dance Theater, are busy rehearsing for performance in Shanghai. The piece is called I See You Through Covered Eyes.
In this piece, we have a lot of gestures like this. It comes, goes frequently, so it's kind of a repeat signal to the audience. And people will know that they will have another vision in their palms. And they also have a lot of movement just to staring at different angles. That makes them weird, a little bit strange. I want to create something that is not normal, that is like a new creature, which doesn't exist in the real world.
Zhan Li says her fascination with monstrous creatures gave birth to the piece during her graduate studies at the University of Utah. It explores what she calls our inner monsters, such as greed, lust, fear, and anger. The piece offers insight into vision with eyes closed, how distortion can lead to clarity, and how perceived ugliness can create beauty. Zhan Li says she initially drew upon the fable Pan's Labyrinth for inspiration, but as she revisited the piece for the Shanghai show, she turned to an ancient Chinese text, Flowers in the Mirror. It's a classic novel that follows a man's journey through 30 mythical countries. Out of so many Chinese classic novels, how did you find this particular piece?
Because we are a contemporary dance company, right? But we always want to do something that connects with our own culture. One of our friends, she is a writer also. She told us, maybe you can check on this book. It's called Flowers in Mirror. She said it has a lot of imagination, and she thinks we can do it in a contemporary or modern way. So she asked me to check on this book, and then when I read, I find this deep ice country. I'm like, oh, what a coincidence! Exactly the same. So that's why I want to bring it back.
Zhan Li alternates between roles of choreographer and dancer. She has more than 8 years of traditional Chinese dance under her belt, but there's been a catch.
When I dance and when I choreograph, people always say it's a little bit weird in my movement. It's a little bit quirky, it's a little bit sharp, and not smooth enough. And I think that's me always, from the younger dancer to the older. It's like my body shape is that way. My bones are very sharp.
You're slim, tall.
Yeah, very slim, tall, and then so when I move, my bones always like stick out in some way. But I think that's what makes my movement unique and me.
Zhan Li says she was able to find her artistry in contemporary dance. Her creativity and out-of-the-box ideas have earned her numerous awards and positions in world-acclaimed dance troupes. This year, she presented an original piece at the 8th Wuzhen Theater Festival. Fume was the first choreographed piece since Zhan Li's return to China in 2014. She says it's an examination of the complexities around the universal emotion of anger. This is one of your first productions since returning to China.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many emotions to focus on. Yeah. Why anger specifically?
If we know it's a negative thing or it's a bad thing, then we avoid to discuss about it. But I think inside of that, we still need some part of the anger, because in my opinion, the anger not always means like violence or harmful or things like that. It could be also be the source of courage, and it could also be the insistent for something. It could also be your attitude for something you want to pursue. And also in physically, I think anger gives me some more choice to make movement. For dance, it's not always necessarily to be like a beautiful, elegant, light, and smooth or something
poetic,
like that. Yes, or poetic. But it also can express something else. It can be powerful. I want to have the sharpness, and I want to have a little bit aggressive in it. So what can I do? I choose anger as an excuse to dance.
So how do you communicate these visions that you see for your work to your dancers?
In this piece, film, I actually asked them to draw a figure of their anger. It's very interesting. Some of them just paint the whole picture black. And
That's very dark.
Yeah, yeah. And then some of them draw a lot of lightings. Like I remember one of the dancers said, when I feel angry, I always bite my teeth. I always do this. I always bite my teeth. So we do have a movement like this. So it's like a teeth, a jaw,
right.
And then and it's also like an animal.
Right.
Then we have some very specific movement with some abstract movement. So we combine them together. So that we made a dance phrase. So something come up with that. Yeah.
That was really cool how you did that. I guess mine would be scribble. Back in Beijing, Zhan Li hosts an open class for dance enthusiasts. In the class, a range of physical exercises are aimed at unpacking the abstract idea explored in ICU through covered eyes. When stripped of sight, what is there left to see? Who do we trust? Is the person beside us a friend or foe? The answers for each individual may be different, but through her work, Zhan Li says she aims to shine a spotlight on the darker halves of humanity to lend us greater insight into the powerful aspects of human nature. Ling Ling, CGTN.